I can't tell you that you're going to be able to hear me because, nobody can ever hear me unless I'm singing.
Oh, hey, you know what? Let's talk about that. Let's just talk about your singing. You have got one of the most powerful voices in Kansas City.
Well, thank you.
And I think I've told you that before.
You have.
Anyways, but case in point was Michael Jones, his birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
At Murphy's Corner.
Yes.
So we're all out. I'm trying to instigate a mosh pit. But you had grabbed the microphone during one song and started singing it, and I swear to God, everybody knew exactly that something was like, whoa, wait, what just happened? What just happened here? And it was you singing.
Yeah.
And everybody realized it, and it elevated everything. No,
yeah,
it was great.
That was not my choice. Somebody said, Carrie wants to sing. I'm like, I never said that.
No, that was great. That was great.
Well, thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
We'll just have a new intro real quick here.
Oh, we're gonna reintro this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brian Rice.
I'm Shannon Geber.
And we are in Kansas City, Missouri on location tonight. And
weird.
And our special guest, the one, the only, of the M80s, High School Never Ends, and formerly of the Carrie Lee Band.
Oh, there you
Correct.
go.
Kansas City's own Carrie Stock.
Woo!
Thank you.
Right.
Thanks for having me.
Sure. Carrie Lee Band.
Carrie Lee Band.
Is that Lee for Leanne?
Well, yes, it is.
Good guess.
Wow.
Wait.
Oh, my God.
How'd you know?
I'm just clairvoyant like that.
Has nothing to do with Brian fucking up on the recording of the original 20.
No. It's Old Forrester's fault. Really, is what it is, Brian. Let's just point out.
He didn't have enough of it. That's
I'm
the
not
problem.
drinking any whiskey, so we're good. We're good.
So, yeah. So, really, should we go over some of the stuff we talked about? I mean, if we can come back to it organically, I suppose,
Well, let's go back to the Carrie Lee Band, because probably 99% of the people that are going to watch this are going to be like, I don't understand.
I don't know. True. So
Yeah.
I started out probably 10 years ago. It's probably been longer than that. Started out as a country band, Carrie Lee. My first show, I had Wade Buchanan, and I forgot to add David Marshall in there. He was my guitar player, and Damian Gunn.
The one, the only.
The one and the only.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So,
And that was country music. And what was your favorite song to sing?
Miranda Lambert was probably her songs. I did quite
All right.
a few of her songs. So
I
my favorite.
bet you did it really well.
Yes, I loved singing her songs.
No, she's great.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah.
I am a George Jones, Conway Twitty guy.
Got
just
it.
FYI.
Yeah. My parents actually started me out on Sawyer Brown. That was
Look at that.
one of my first ones.
What were they on? They were on
Star Search.
Star
I think.
Search.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they would always come. They would always be at Table Rock Lake at the amphitheater out there. So we'd always go because my grandparents had a place down there that we could actually hear the concerts going on, and we could ride our four-wheelers in the back.
Oh, hey. Okay. All
And,
right.
yeah,
Nice.
so, yeah.
Fun. Mm-hmm. Fun.
All right.
So where I started out.
So it was close enough to hear them clearly and not... Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Sawyer Brown.
I remember, speaking of concerts out there, when we actually went to see, well, I didn't go actually get a ticket to go see Great White, but they were there. My cousin and I rode four-wheeler down behind in the back trails, and we came up behind the stage, and some of the stagehands asked if they could use our four-wheeler to move a box, and they gave us free T-shirts and everything.
Wow.
So I unfortunately don't know where that T-shirt went, but whatever. But
that Great White with Jack Russell, that would be probably the original band back then. How old were you? 12?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Riding four-wheelers to 80s men. By the way, I am going to warrant Great White and Lita Ford here next Friday.
Where are they playing?
The Kemper Arena place.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, Hy-Vee Arena now.
Hy-Vee Arena.
Wow.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah. That's
We only
interesting.
have a price shop around in Bonner Springs.
Have you been to the remodeled Kemper?
No, I have not.
2 levels. They put a mid-level in the middle,
Like a floor?
they put a whole floor.
Okay.
You know,
Oh.
so I don't know which half you'll be seeing the show on, but that'll be interesting.
Wow, yeah, I have not
No.
been there.
They did some engineering magic to put a whole level in the middle of it.
Do you remember the outfit I wore for Halloween? I don't remember Halloween personally.
I don't really either.
Yeah,
wig.
you're a hippie. Yeah, you're a wig.
Well, I wasn't a hippie.
Were you one of the Cowardly
Ever
Lions?
be a hippie? You know, I could have passed for a Cowardly Lion. Nick Marshall's distant cousin or something. But I'm going to wear that wig. I'm going to 100% all in on this next Friday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Didn't even know that was happening.
No, I'll follow Carrie Stock and drive my 4-wheeler
Yes, please do.
there so I can get free T-shirts and shit.
Yeah, the last time I
nice.
think I was at Kemper Arena, I was showing horses. So.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, that's what I used to do.
Okay, you've showed horses.
I did before I
okay.
started, all of the singing.
So are you an equestrian then?
No, just Western. No, like
Okay.
fancy stuff. I didn't do the fancy. I mean, I showed horses, but it wasn't the fancy showing.
All right, no, hey, that's fine.
But I'm
All
assuming
right.
that means you could ride a horse comfortably.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, right. I could. So then this is in Strasbourg.
Strasbourg,
Missouri.
Missouri. Yeah, just east of Pleasant Hill, if anybody knows that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I went
just
to high
off.
school.
I think I see that on I-70. It's just off.
So probably Lone Jack. You've probably seen Lone
Yeah,
Jack going
yeah.
through there. So yeah, it's about 10 minutes from Lone Jack.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, so you are country then.
Yes, very much so.
Are you still? Is that still deep
Oh
down?
no, not really.
No. Okay.
No.
What is it now? 80s and it's
The 80s and
it's newfound glory. Isn't
yeah,
it?
it is pop
Well,
punk.
kind of taking it back, like, so we did talk earlier, pre-recording, about how you started singing after your country project.
Yes.
Just kind of did a couple shows and that was it. And then you got invited to start, singing a couple songs with the Zeros, who are local.
Correct.
New Wave 80s.
New Wave.
One of the more popular bands in town. They're basically an institution, and then they're like, "Hey, someone want to get up and sing,"
Yep.
and that was you
Yeah, it was me.
because your boyfriend shoved you up there.
Exactly. He held everybody else back, pushed me on stage.
Okay. All right. And that was
I love
Bryan Gordon.
Okay. And the song was
I love rock and roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
It
love
is
rock and roll.
Brian Rice's favorite song.
Yeah.
There it is.
There you go. Wow. It comes full circle.
And I try to get
Once
out of
again.
singing that every time we play it.
Oh, whatever.
No, really.
Come on.
There are two songs that I would love to get rid of. And
Okay.
What's the
I
other
know
one?
everybody loves them. Journey. Don't Stop Believing.
Yeah.
all right.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, and those are the two songs that I get thrown up to sing every time something happens.
Thrown up being
Yes.
the operative term. What's your favorite M80s song to sing then?
Oh, my favorite would probably be, you know what? I don't even know. I mean, I do love Journey. We do some Journey songs. They are my hardest ones to sing, but I like that. And except for Don't Stop Believing, we need to change it up
Right.
a little bit.
was it so?
Any way you want it.
But speaking of, when you were growing up, you said country was your thing.
Correct.
Were you familiar at all with 80s era?
I had a few, a little bit. My sister was into some of the 80s stuff. Not a lot, but enough though I kind of knew it. And the reason that I knew so many actual songs in the M80s is because the Zeros, and they do so many 80s
Hey,
songs that
yeah.
I was kind of familiar with some of them.
By
Right.
osmosis.
Yeah. We would go see them all the time.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, now I'm stoned.
He's stumped.
I'm trying to casually cover some of the stuff we did.
I think
in the
we're
first.
doing a good
Yeah.
job. We are recording, right? This
Yes.
is recording.
There's a red dot. There's a red light.
It's a red light.
There's a red light.
Thank you. No,
We
that's
need
great.
to check.
I'm sorry.
What you need to do is update this to include a checklist of is everything on.
Yes.
Camera
Is everything
recording. Podcast.
on? Is the camera recording?
Yes.
No.
Yes. It is.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Let's see. We did discuss the M80s. They've been around about 18 years.
Yes.
Kurt and Eric are the originals out of that are still in the band. Ed's been around. He started about a year before I did, maybe 6 months before I did. But yeah, I think I'm about the fifth singer.
Yes.
Well, I think, five times a charm.
Yeah, obviously, I think
there
I'm
you
the
go.
one that's lasted the longest.
Right?
Yeah, it's been a long time, hasn't
Right.
it? It
Yeah,
feels like it's
yeah.
been.
It's been 6, 7, almost 7 years. I
Oh,
think.
that's a long time.
That seems short. It seems like it's 2015 or 16.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact year, but it's
Well, there you go. And then, you guys in the Zeros, you're the number one draws.
yes.
In KC.
Yeah, I'm
and
good with
that's
that.
great. That's great. I enjoy you. You have a following as
Yes.
well. You have a bunch of friends,
Right.
that just adore you.
Yes, and I love it.
And yeah, no, it's great. I try and count myself as one.
Yes, of course. I miss you when you're not
is that
there.
Right. You know what I mean? Oh, I thought you were going to do like the ba-dum-bum or something there. Okay.
You would have to find that one first.
I know. I have to go
Yes.
through all of them.
I know. At this point, no, it's good.
Nope.
There we go.
Okay.
There you
There it is.
It's D.
That's it.
And then
Well,
I
you
know
know.
I've got C memorized. I got that one. But
Okay.
we'll get there.
Good,
Add that
good.
to the,
To the list, checklist.
Well, again, my girlfriends, Kay and Tina and Allison, certainly adore you as well.
Oh, well,
And,
good. I appreciate that.
they run into you. You guys are all over the place.
Yeah.
You're Jerry's and whatever. But
That is one thing that we do whenever we're not playing. We're always out seeing another band. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No, I've ran into you guys at like concerts.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Hey! Whoa!
I mean, we try to mark those dates off so we can actually make it to a real concert sometimes.
wow, okay.
Yeah. And you guys are like me. You guys want to get up front. You want to be in the mix.
I mean, not so much as we used to be. I mean, I would like to. I think Bryan Gordon's getting a little old for that.
Oh no! He's napping
He
right
kind
now.
of
By the
stays.
way.
Yeah, he is downstairs napping. Yeah, he likes to stay in the back now where I can't see anything, but that's okay.
Hey, did you guys have? Oh my God! At the Struts, I was. A
Oh,
mess.
that was so fun.
That was such a great show. I still
What?
listen to them at least once a day. I'm listening to some Struts.
Yeah,
song.
they're great.
And I was a big fan before, but oh my God!
Yeah, we've been to. I want to say that was our third Struts show. Maybe,
Wow.
maybe the second.
I
Dang.
remember they played Boulevardia 2018, 2019, or 2017, one of those years. And I was working it as a photographer. And in the green room, I see the singer. And
Luke.
the dude
Luke,
was
yep.
like 5'2".
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm
really?
like, he was like in a bathrobe, and he's kind of getting food in the catering line or whatever.
Ashing a cigarette.
You know,
into the
but I
potato
just,
salad.
what I just know, I couldn't help but notice, like that dude is like short. Yeah, short.
I
short.
didn't
was
even
just
know
the-
that.
Oh yeah, he was tiny.
Hey, all your guy singers are tiny. Not tiny, but they're shorter.
Yeah.
rather.
That's true. Yeah.
So that's how it is.
Yeah.
So, and then how did the High School Never Ends come around? What happened there?
So Bryan Gordon, he kind of thought this up because he was tired of just going to see the same bands, the same music, the same genre. So he decided he wanted to do the pop punk 90s, 2000s, emo-ish kind of stuff,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And so he started doing that.
Hey, this town was ready for it, and,
Yes.
and now there's 3.
There are. And he was kind of hoping he was going to get it out a little sooner than he did, but didn't work out.
Market saturation sometimes is a good thing,
it is, yeah.
and I
And that kind of helps too, so people actually know what we're doing, because there's still people that have no clue what songs we're doing whenever they come to see us.
no right.
But yeah, well, they come back and you'll know what song it is.
Are we going to see them Friday? By the way,
I'll go.
okay.
I had
there you
had
go.
locked in my plans for Friday, but I dig Knuckleheads a lot.
Yeah,
so
I think you
I've got a
Enjoy-
ride all of a
enjoy it.
sudden. Hey.
There we go.
That's
check out.
why. That's why I want you
Sorry,
to go.
Bryan, you're much more than a ride to
Yeah.
me. Bro.
No, well, I appreciate the free drinks I usually glean out of it, so
There
I'm
you
happy
go.
to drive
Right,
out of my
no,
way to
yeah,
pick you
I'm
up.
not going to make
yeah.
you drive for free, for God's sake.
Yeah. Yeah, we're hoping to have a good crowd, hoping that we can get in the garage, but if we don't, it'll still be a good show.
Well,
It's
that
still
first
fun.
show at Knuckleheads, you know, it was a good draw.
It was. Yeah, we had
You
a
know.
great crowd.
Yeah.
I was actually very pleasantly surprised that we had that many people there on our first show because they had no idea what was going on. And people we didn't even know, so that's even better.
Wow.
Yeah. No. Hey. Right.
Yeah.
So, like regulars that frequent the place were there for it. Or,
Actually, I don't. There were actually people that had never even been there that just happened to see our marketing and came out. Yeah. So we're hoping we can get those back this Friday.
Do you have any High School Never Ends merch here?
Yes.
Do you have any truckers hats here by any chance?
We do not have a trucker hat. We do have just a regular hat.
I'll look at it.
Yeah, it's
before
kind
I
of small
go.
though.
Oh, dang
That's
it.
the reason we have it because somebody bought it.
Never
It was
mind.
too small.
Okay.
So speaking to that, what kind of merch do you find that the marketing that you do is effective?
Marketing mainly for our merchandise is mostly women's t-shirts, tank tops. We sell more of those than anything.
Sure.
But
Really?
that's kind
Yeah.
of what we were going for.
No,
was
your
the
groupies
women-
like to cut up their High School
Exactly.
Never Ends
Yes,
t-shirts.
yes. Yeah, we
and
have-
wear those. Yeah.
We actually gave Christy, I'm going to say Crouch because that's how I know her. It's not Crouch, it's Phrase. But we actually gave her some t-shirts to cut up, and she cut up a bunch of them. She just sold a couple at the record bar, so it was
Yeah.
kind of cool. But,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
was
Well,
kind of fun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
no, her and oh my God.
Amy.
No, not Amy.
Julie?
Julie. Can't believe I forgot Julie Richter's name. What the hell's wrong with me all of a sudden? This is recording, right? We did hit record on that? Okay,
Yes.
yeah. All right, fine. No, but yeah, that's great. I love how they dress up for your
Yes,
shows.
yes, they do.
as well.
They are very much our best support that we've got. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we love it when they come out.
Yeah, and I like to start mosh pits.
I haven't seen that yet.
Show that. There's time.
Yeah, there's time
Yeah.
for Friday.
Right, right. I'll do my stretches and get that ready.
That would be great. I would love to see
Yeah,
that.
yeah, no problem.
So
I love it.
we spoke to like. Wait, we asked about your favorite songs to sing with the M80s, but I don't clearly remember because it shifted into what you don't like to sing, which is Journey.
Oh, correct. Yes.
Did you say what was your favorite 80s? What's become your favorite? Oh, yeah, you couldn't decide.
I can't really
pop punk?
decide. I mean, 80s. I kind of like the Prince stuff best.
Okay.
All the Prince songs. Kiss is about my favorite song to sing, but
Okay.
Wow. Okay. What Kiss song do you do?
Prince.
Oh, I'm
Prince
sorry. I was
Kiss,
thinking
not
It's the band. My bad.
No, we don't do any Kiss to them. We just do the song Kiss.
There's some good 80s Kiss 80s era,
Yes.
non-makeup era.
Are you going
know,
to be
Lick It Up.
playing at Purple Jam?
I'm hoping to, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I know he's got. I saw a post on that,
Yeah, he's already got it.
a spreadsheet that he started.
Right. You got to pick your favorite.
Yeah.
You
I
have
mean,
to
you
so-
don't get to pick anything. He tells you what you're going to do.
Yeah, you make your request, as I understand it, and then you get stuck if it's something you don't want to do. But
Yeah.
You know, I think that's okay though. It's not
It's
like
tough.
you're really
He's got
getting
it.
stuck.
yeah.
Really. I mean, it's a really great gig. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it was so much fun last year.
Yeah.
What I remember of it.
Okay. Well, me too, as a matter of fact. So,
I remember getting through my song, and that's about it.
all right. And you remember Deanne doing?
Oh yes, I do remember that. That was good.
Yes.
Yeah,
it was.
I remember
it was
that
wonderful.
part. I'm glad she did that, and I did not.
And Christine
Yes, Christy was there. Yep.
Sandy was the other
And
one.
Sandy.
and
yeah.
Sandy, they did a wonderful job.
They did.
So
They
speaking to the audience out there, Purple Jam tribute to Prince every year, Memorial Day Sunday.
May
Yes.
29th,
Put on.
26th.
It's been going on since pretty much not every year since Prince died, but most years. And last year, one of our previous guests, Deanne Kinch, did a cover of Olivia Newton-John's Physical, who
Correct.
Olivia Newton-John having passed away. That was part of the whole trip. That's the whole thing. It's like passed away famous singers.
Yes.
And she dressed up in a leotard and did a little bit. And then Christy and Sandy came out as her backing dancers.
Yes.
It was
smashing.
With
It was
their
smashing,
weights and
yes.
leg warmers and all.
yes.
Yes, right. Now it was wonderful. They did a great job. Okay, well then we'll see you there.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be doing something. I don't know yet.
Have you picked out any songs?
I have not,
It's like a
no.
double CD, right?
It's his double CD hits, greatest hits. Yeah. It's a double CD, and it includes most of his hits, and it's not going to be just obscure
right
stuff.
Right.
Try not to open my big mouth too much about how I feel about that second year.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah. I
Right.
think that's the one that I didn't make it to, which probably I would not have known any of the songs.
yes,
So.
exactly. But anyway, don't want to get myself in trouble here.
Yeah.
Too much trouble. But let's see. Well, yeah. So we did kind of revisit that you're from Strasburg, which is east of Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, we haven't asked you any high school. I mean, you said that you've been singing since you were a kid.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And dancing.
I actually
Right.
started another Kansas City person that's into music here. I actually took singing lessons and dance lessons from Donna Hodson, which is Guy Hodson's mom.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So that's how I actually
Nice.
learned how to sing, was from her.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you were younger?
Yeah, I was
Obviously, of course.
young. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
actually, it was before I even got into high school. I was taking lessons. So
Wow.
yeah. Yeah.
Huh. And your dad was the one that kind of
My dad was supposedly in a band before I was born.
country band.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay.
More than likely, yes.
Yeah.
Bluegrass would probably be even better.
And are your mom and dad still around?
They are.
And
Yes.
so I'm sure they've seen you.
They have seen
Okay.
the M80s. They have not been to the new band,
That's
which
fine,
I
you know.
highly doubt will ever
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. They're like, what?
That is too late for them.
They're like, I'm okay. I'm
And not
okay.
the kind
I'm
of
not
music.
okay. I'm okay. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet that they are pretty proud.
Yeah.
Especially your dad. He's got to be
Yes.
pretty proud
Oh, yeah.
of you,
Yeah.
what you've accomplished.
Oh, I hope so. I mean,
Yeah.
he might see my outfits and not think about.
Hey, can you really see him now? No. I'm sorry. That was one of my questions. Was can your outfits get any smaller? It
Well,
was one,
they
I took
can.
it off. I took it off of there, but that was one of the questions I was going to ask. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Well, no, now this is a question. It's not on his questionnaire, but one thing that I don't think I have any idea. But what do you do like outside of this, like for a living?
Like a
and-
real job.
Yeah.
Or my second job, I should say. I am an executive assistant for a digital marketing company.
Okay.
I have a couple of executives. Actually, I just got added another one, so I'm going to have 3 executives that I
Okay.
assist.
Do you get to work from home, or this sounds like you
Yes.
have to? Oh, so you get?
I am working from home. We used to go to the office every day. We had an office in Overland Park. But after COVID, everybody came home and nobody went back.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Sounds very common, and
Yes.
sounds
Sure. And are your executives like, yes, have they seen you? Like, yeah.
So my boss the same boss that I've had for 6 years now that I started with the original company I am still doing stuff for. So yes, he has seen me. He's come out to a show. I think only one show, but
He must be older.
no, he's actually 6 months younger than me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No,
Sorry
it's all
about that.
good. He's just really busy with 3 kids.
Yeah, no, that'll do it right there.
Yeah, so whenever I first met him, he asked me to join him in an extra civic thing that he does that he belongs to.
Okay.
They were doing a kind of I don't even know what you would call it. It was like a concert kind of a thing where everybody that was in this group would get up and sing. Or play guitar or do whatever kind of musically they wanted to do. They were doing it at Knuckleheads
All right.
And he asked me to sing with him. So I was already in the M80s at that time, so he knew I could sing. So he asked me to sing Walking on Sunshine with him.
Oh, hey. I bet that was really good. I bet that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well.
It was fun.
Yeah. Do you do any other civic things like that?
I don't.
Okay. No.
Don't have time to do any of that, really.
Okay. No, I understand. Sure. I mean, you're playing 2 nights a week, for God's sakes. How do you do that? What do you... Drink a lot of electrolytes or what?
I do. I actually have a huge thing of electrolytes whenever I'm performing, and another bottle of water, and usually
look at me,
tea.
just trying to be funny. And what was the last thing?
Tea.
Tea?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually start off with tea, and there's usually some tequila along with all of that.
Is that the tea in? Is it the tea and tequila? No.
And no tequila
all
and
right,
tea.
No. Well, hey, nice. Good for you. Way to go.
Yeah, it was a lot to get used to at the beginning, but
Do you find that it's hard to balance like your second job, as you call it, with is it a full-time gig that you do, and so with your band stuff?
yeah, I mean it's not bad just because my bosses know that I do this, so if I need to take off early, they're always okay with it.
That's nice.
Yeah, they don't. I've never had them, complain or need me to not take off.
I feel like in this day and age, you got to be, if you want to retain good people, you've got to be flexible enough to let them do something like that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And with my first boss, he was always into music, and he had a friend that was in a band, and I can't tell you which band it was because I don't remember, but he's always been around it, so he kind of knows.
Yeah. I'd been, taking photos at events and stuff and bands in addition to when I was full-time at the Kansas City Star.
Yeah.
And what I ended up having to do was take, a couple hours of PTO, and I got away with that for several years. And then toward the end, they started tightening up on everything. And I was like, but I could tell that it was going to get tougher for me to continue to do that. And then finally I moved on, shall we say.
It's best. We're glad you did.
Yeah, we're going to see how it goes with the new boss that I get, the new executive. We'll see how that goes.
You know what? If you can handle 2 different bands in one weekend, you can handle 3 executives. No problem.
Have you done a weekend with both bands yet? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yes.
Is it jarring, or is it... which one first and which one...
So I did the M80s first. And we actually...
On a Friday...
Yes. I think actually we had, for some reason, I remember having an M80 show during the week. Mm-hmm. And then we had another M80 show on a Friday. We had a practice with High School Never Ends on Thursday.
Oh, my.
And then another High School Never Ends on Saturday. And I lost my voice that weekend.
Yeah. I remember that because
Vivo,
I remember Bryan was talking about how you had to dial it back. I think you may have played Barley's or something, and no, it may have been that weekend you played the Record Bar.
Yeah, well...
It feels like it was recent, because I remember him saying...
That weekend was one of the first, whenever we started last year. It was at Vivo that I lost my voice halfway through our High School Never Ends set. So, they had to take over and sing songs for me. But, whatever. But, yeah, this last, the Record Bar, I actually had to take on... our bass player's songs because he lost his voice.
Okay. Caleb?
Caleb, yeah.
Okay.
Caleb.
Hey, it happens.
It does.
I'm told. I wouldn't know.
It's happened to me more than once, unfortunately. But whenever you're going out all the time and being around people, it just happens.
And you have to raise your voice to have a conversation because it's so loud.
Yes,
and little do you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And everybody wants to talk to you when you're out. And even if you're not playing in a band, they want to talk to you.
Sure.
You're yelling over everybody.
No, you're a polarizing figure.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We're not talking about Trump. Come on, polarizing.
I wasn't saying that. But I mean, people come up to you all the time. You're popular.
Yeah.
You're a rock star, man. That's a tough life.
And I don't want to say I can't talk to you.
Who, me?
No, I don't want to tell people that if they come up and talk to me. Like, sorry, I can't talk.
No.
But yeah, it gets sometimes it gets challenging. But yeah, we made it through the Record Bar fine. I was singing songs that I had never done. So it was okay. We had a great time.
What songs were those?
Oh, all of Caleb's songs that I don't usually sing. So I had to, Ocean Avenue. That
sure.
I mean, I love singing that.
That's
Smooth
Yellow Card,
Criminal.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did some Smooth Criminal, and what else did I do? Like Stacy's Mom,
Right.
all that kind of stuff.
It's so
yeah.
bad I know a lot of the lyrics to, I don't know, most of the songs that you
I'm
do.
glad you do.
Yes. Me too.
Glad somebody does.
Right. No, I love it.
Yeah.
My claim to fame is I've seen My Chemical Romance
Oh,
in
good.
concert.
I would like to see
The
that.
Helena, well, the tour they did Helena. So
Yeah.
that was,
Yeah, that's a fun song to do.
well,
Not Helena, but
I'm
the ones we do.
looking at the list there. I see it. Good question. What do you do to take? So you say you lose your voice, but is there any tricks that you have to take care of it?
I take a lot of stuff.
Does the stuff work?
It does help. I have found this. They're like drops that they're called Vocal 47 that I take before a show, and it kind of clears out your voice, your lungs and everything, and it really does
Nice.
help. Yeah.
what do you just like? Just make you like throw up?
No, it just I don't even know what it does. It dries it up.
Okay.
It actually dries it all up.
right.
And the throat coat tea that I used before, that helps.
All right. You're not doing the John Roy Henderson version of cigarettes and beer
No.
before every show.
I did completely lose my voice one time in the M80s, and I couldn't do anything. And it happened like right before the show. And I was trying to do tequila. I was trying to do everything I could, and nothing would help. But we got through like 3 or 4 songs, and then I had to back out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Before
was-
they had to pick up the slack.
Yes, yeah, they had to do the rest, which was fine because Kurt, he's got plenty of songs he can do.
And I met him a couple weekends ago, right?
Yeah, that Yachtly Groove.
At Yachtly Groove. That was the first time meeting Kurt. And I didn't meet Ed. I've never met Ed.
Yeah, Ed, who also drummed with Deanne in the Heatherstones.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And she mentioned Ed in the
They were neighbors
in her interview
and stuff.
You know.
Yep.
And Ed's a drummer for Yachtly Groove.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I thought maybe I was thinking that
No,
up or
no,
something.
you're correct.
Thank
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They started all that, and they've kind of backed off the M80s, which might not be the best thing for me, but I guess it is for them.
What do you mean, backed off the M80s?
Well, they've got their other shows that they book now. and
okay.
so we
Well,
don't have as many
the
M80
Yachtly
shows.
Groove's kind of coming up. I feel like.
yeah, no, I mean, you
So-
take advantage of
But
the,
it's got to
the
be on
swing.
some level something of a relief, so you can get away from playing that weekend after night after night after. Because like we talked about earlier, just the amount. What did you say
Yeah.
earlier? How many shows
Yeah,
in
we
one
had
year?
well over 100 shows.
Yeah, I mean, and that's like 52 weekends a year, so
Yeah.
that's 2 shows a weekend.
Yeah,
at least.
sometimes we'd have a corporate show in the middle of the week
Right.
too, or
Yes.
a Sunday show.
yeah.
Gee, But how do you avoid? I mean, now that it's kind of obviously it's slowed down a bit because I check
Yeah.
your schedule and I say,
Yeah.
oh, they're off for 2 weeks, and then I notice that a lot more frequently than usual. Have you ever gotten burnt out on just the grind of it all?
Oh yeah, there's times that I could, that I'm glad I have a weekend off, but then as soon as I get up there, I'm glad I'm there. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I would totally miss it if I wasn't up there.
You know,
Right.
I think there's a lot of people that would as well
yeah.
in Kansas City.
Yeah, especially playing that many shows. But yeah, it's going. It's going to be more sparse as we go because people are not going to want to see '80s all that much.
We'll see.
We're gonna hope the younger kids are gonna come up and want to see the other
Right.
bands that are coming out.
Yeah. I
We'll
get
we'll
ya.
see. I mean, there's
I get ya.
there's a reason that '80s bands remain
That's
popular.
true. Yeah,
I mean,
they do. I
there's
don't
a
think they're gonna
reason
go
the
anywhere. It's just
M80s
gonna get
I mean,
slower.
remain
I don't think
popular.
I haven't seen anything. I mean, I've seen a few acts out there that focus on '90s, and it's fun. And it's fun, like when the Bagos get together with
Yeah.
the Stolen or with the
Oh yeah.
Stolen
I'm gonna
Winnebagoes get
stop
together
doing
with
that.
Cowardly Lions.
yeah,
I'm
Cowardly
gonna quit
Lion,
going to those,
and
by the way.
Coldwater.
Yes.
It's always a popular night when they do
Stolen
their
Water.
big '90s show, and I think and Tyson's had a '90s show before, and it's great. It's a great change of pace, but I just haven't really seen an act that quite has. I mean, I know you're trying to get that with high school, but there's for some reason just the danceability of the '80s has been sort of
That
its
is true.
calling card,
Yeah.
So
That's true. Yeah, it is a little different kind of a dance vibe for the '90s, 2000s, but That's why we need Shannon there making, the mosh pits.
I'm on it. No problem. Except no more Stolen Waterline shows because I hurt myself.
Oh, well.
Like my shoulder was out of place or something.
Well, what's
from
that
the
have to
last
do
show.
with the? What does it have to do with that band, that act specifically?
They're crazy.
They are. They are very much.
They are very crazy, and I for some reason I have to be right up front
In the crazy.
Well, I mean, it's more
in the
fun
crazy,
that way.
being crazy with Alex Rodriguez,
Well, yeah.
which is that's bad news. No, he's not bad
Yeah,
news. I love
that
the
night I
guy.
picked the wrong night to not drink.
Were you not drinking that night?
I was not drinking that night.
Why? What?
I was trying to do a new
cleanse?
what I want to say, not a diet, but a new
sobriety.
food. Trying to be more healthy, and I was trying to not drink for at least a weekend, and that was my weekend.
Okay, how'd that turn out for you?
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, no, I get
Obviously,
you.
why I'm drinking
So
tequila
all
tonight.
those people that talk about how great they feel. So all those people who talk about how great they feel after they stop drinking are just full of shit. Is that what we're? Is that what we're
I
talking?
just don't think you have as much fun.
I went
You
to
must be
Disturbed.
Irish, I take it.
I'm not at all.
You're not. Okay.
That was a very Irish sentiment.
I live
figured
with
you
one,
would.
so
Yeah,
No,
yeah. We
rubbed
know
off on
Bryan Gordon's Irish, but I figured you were too.
I am not. I am a gypsy, from what Brian tells me. Well, actually, my grandpa
Okay.
told me that too.
All right. Do you have any Indian? Is
No
there an
Indian. I
thing?
am
No? Okay.
German, Slavic,
All right. Well, there you go.
and a gypsy, from what I'm
Fine.
told.
Don't throw any spells. Don't
Well,
cast any spells on me or whatever
my
gypsies
specialty.
do. I don't know. I don't know.
This is my specialty.
Whatever. Okay. So what do you listen to normally? What have you been listening to this week?
My favorite Sirius XM station is
Sure.
Pitbull Radio.
Hey, Pitbull.
Pitbull.
It is,
Hey,
yeah.
I have seen Pitbull.
I was
I have not.
expecting country.
No, I hardly listen to country anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you?
I do not like any of the new country.
Okay.
Oh, I do. Well, country music misses you.
Oh, well.
And,
Maybe someday I'll come back, but for now,
Okay.
no.
Have you done the Thursday night country jam at Jerry's?
I've been, we've been a couple times.
Did you
Yeah.
get up and sing, or did you just hang out?
I just hung out.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't typically get up and sing, jam nights just because I've got usually shows the next weekend, so I'm
Yeah.
trying not to use my voice. But
Right. And there's plenty of talent.
exactly.
there
Everybody,
that-
I like to watch everybody else. That I don't have to be
Sure.
up there. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I literally ran into you guys one time at Jerry's
Yep.
when I used to go there. But getting back to Pitbull real quick,
Yeah.
because I went and saw him at Starlight.
Yeah.
In Iggy Azalea.
Oh, nice. That
opened
would have been a
up.
good show.
It was a
yeah.
great show. Unbelievable.
I'm sorry I
He's
missed that
such
one.
a talent.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, it was a legit set. It was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, I'm glad we had our record bar show, but he was actually playing at T-Mobile whenever we had our record bar
no,
show. I was mad.
I know a couple people that went.
Yeah.
And what a lineup.
Yeah,
for that.
that was a good lineup.
I don't even think he headlined.
I don't know. I can't remember.
think my sources told me. Now I don't know. I don't know what happened. Whatever.
But yeah, that is what I usually listen to. I do like the newer music. The TikTok music, they call it, I guess.
Okay.
But Brian hates it. He hates to be in the car with me and listen to it. But he will listen to Pitbull Radio. He does like that.
All right. Nice. Nice. Is a lot of that in Spanish?
I mean, they play actual, like hit songs
Okay.
too. It just kind of depends on when you listen to it
Right.
and what DJ's playing. But it doesn't matter because it's just got a good beat
Yeah.
to it.
No, it's got a great beat to
Yeah.
it. Yeah. No problem with that.
Yeah.
At all. I need serious.
Yeah.
No, I'll take your word for it. Shannon's looking at me earnestly, like, no, you got it.
Yeah,
you got to
you
believe
should
it. Like,
listen.
sure.
No, I mean I need Sirius XM, not whatever.
Yeah, it's good. I mean,
Whatever.
I don't know that it's worth me listening to like 3 stations, paying for Sirius XM, but
Yes. I've right. Turbo is a good one
I don't think I have that one.
as well. Maybe is it on? I don't know.
It might be. I just don't know. I haven't looked for a while.
Okay. No, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. Okay. Well,
We want to get Bryan up here to.
Do we
We
want to
can.
get Bryan
Do
up
you want
here?
to crash
Yeah,
the-
let's take a break. I
Trying to learn some arrangements for some M80 stuff I'm filling in on.
Yes, he's,
Oh, okay.
he's going to be filling in for the Amades on Saturdays.
Yeah, I never, I've never seen you play for the M80s. I've seen pictures of it. It's like, oh my God, he plays guitar. Hey, how'd that? Because I just knew you.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, bro. Hey, whoa.
That happened a lot. There's a lot of people didn't know I played. And then nobody knew I sang either until the new band. So,
Okay, well, no. And you do a great job at both.
well, in Carrie's house, it took me 6 months to be able to sing anything in front of her, pretty much. So,
Okay.
I was,
Okay, all right.
I can make sounds come out, but I wouldn't necessarily always call it singing.
He made me leave the house so he could practice.
It's true.
You got to do what you got to do. We all
Absolutely.
have our little things.
All right, and we're back. We're still
Oh, and
recording.
we're back. Yes.
So now Bryan Gordon is sitting in. He's. I'd say you're crashing, but I actually called for you to be
Yeah.
invited.
Yeah,
So
I
Yeah,
tried to ignore it in the first place, so I wouldn't be
There
talking
you
over
go.
Carrie the whole time. So,
we've had plenty of time with Carrie.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we talked for about a half hour and didn't even record it. So
That recorded, just not that. This
Yeah,
is recorded.
exactly.
Master technicians at work. You just,
Total pros. Total.
yes,
So
I feel that. I
100%.
feel that.
Yeah, right.
the big night, and they'll forget to hit that one button. So now sitting with us is Bryan Gordon, Carrie's boyfriend, and the founder of High School Never Ends. We talked about how you decided you wanted to do a little bit different genre of music.
Yeah,
and so,
yeah. Everybody's got some older stuff going on, and I figured it's about time. It's that nostalgia mark. Time to bring something
now.
new out,
Hey,
right?
Kansas City was ripe for it, man.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, whether I was doing it or not, somebody was going to do it. So
Yes.
I've actually been very glad to see there's several other bands doing very similar stuff now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
then when they've got the energy to do it and I don't, I've still got somebody I can go see. So
Now, have you always now your daughter? How old is your daughter?
oh, she just turned 24.
24. Oh God, I am old.
Yeah.
My daughter's 32 now, but I was going to see pop punk bands with her, and that's how I got going. So I assumed it was your daughter.
I kind of came up through all this stuff listening to everything. So,
Okay.
I grew up in the country but didn't listen to country music. It was, at that time when I was probably 12, 13, it was all that new wave stuff. It was all the 80s stuff. So whenever, we found the Zeros the first time, it was like, yeah, man, this is it.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
we're digging that. Moved right on into hair bands and, love all the Poison and Rat and Skid Row and all
Yes.
that kind of stuff.
Right. No problem. Easy
yeah.
peasy right there.
Yeah.
And where did you it's not Hayes. Where did you grow up?
No, I grew up in Osceola, Missouri.
Osceola. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where's that at?
It's like an hour and a half south of here, an hour north of Springfield. It's kind of right in the middle.
That's where I've seen it on the road signs on the highway off of
Yeah.
49. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you know where
Osceola
Osceola cheese is, yeah, I had friends that
Cheese.
made that cheese. So
Oh, hey. Okay. Was that the deal as
Almost
a teenager?
famous.
You go work at the cheese
yeah,
plant?
so my parents had an orchard, big fruit orchard and farm and stuff. So I was always I was the
Wow.
farm kid. So we were up at 5:30 in the morning out there and picking peaches and apples and doing all kinds of
Do you look back on that fondly at all, or are you like, oh, that was such a drag, or
the older I get, the more I can appreciate it.
is it something you wish you could have had your son do? Like
Probably not.
compelled him to do to put some character in him at a young age, so to
Yeah,
speak.
I don't know. I think-
Hypothetically,
It took me a long time to get over all that,
the
work
trauma.
from working when you're 8 or 9 or 10 years old until now.
That's why he's got those guns on him.
Yeah, I wish
peaches,
I wish I had
bro.
him then, man. We were
How
doing
what-
hay bales and stuff, and I wasn't big enough to really lift
did
it.
the
Oh, wow.
Everclear song resonate with you then, Peaches? Is that the
It's
the presidents of the United
Presidents of the
States.
United
Oh, we
States.
love that
yeah,
song.
President's
Right.
Day.
I will sing that to Carrie any day of the week.
I hate
Right.
that
Is
song.
that on your set list with high school?
It is not.
Sounds
only
like it's
because-
time to add it.
So I forget completely what we were talking
Yeah,
about.
we were just coming up through I was out in the orchard and working on the farm.
yeah.
and
Talking
all
about
that
his
stuff.
traumatic
Right.
upbringing
In
on the farm.
Osceola.
Yeah, I was fine to get moved up to Kansas City and sit behind a computer for a while. So
You and Martin
Martin, yeah.
Shelby.
yeah, he went to high school with that guy, and he was down in Nashville doing some stuff, and moved up here in the last year or two. And
Yeah.
so it's kind of cool to
Yeah.
reconnect with one of my.
Is he
He's a
the
great
guy with the long hair and the top hat?
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Who I
wears
call
it
White
well.
Tyson Leslie?
I call him the
wow.
I call him the wizard, man.
That's funny.
He's my
T for
favorite wizard.
Tarantula to me.
Yes.
He's a tarantula man.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
You
I do
know.
not want to see any of those.
True. Yes, I really don't either. But that's cool. I actually had kind of met him and then put that together that you guys were buddies. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, what the hell?
Yeah, I love him, man. He's a character, and he's the same guy that I grew up with in many ways, which is fun.
No,
So,
fine. You gotta be. So then, when did were you in any bands before High School Never Ends? Growing up? No.
not worth
Yes.
speaking of. Yeah, I was. There was this really awful cover band called Solidify with some weird spelling back in the I don't know, early 2000s or something, and we had the most weirdest set list, and we didn't know what we were doing, and met some great friends out of it. Aaron Heilman played rhythm guitar and sang in that.
Name a couple songs you played.
Let's see. So we would do anything. Our hangout was our regular spot was just PJ's. It was off Shawnee Mission Parkway. I think.
Oh yeah. No, I know PJs.
Okay.
Yes, it was the
So-
old Good Time Charlie's.
So we'd have a college
Yeah.
crowd in the front and a biker crowd in the back playing pool.
Uh-huh.
And so we had songs for everybody. So we had Born to Be Wild and a heavy version of American Girl, and then we'd have Aerosmith, and we'd have
Wow.
the AC/DC kind of. We didn't do AC/DC because nobody could sing that one, but that kind of rock style kind of stuff.
Okay.
And
No.
then obviously at that time, as we did, as so many bands did before we knew any better, we were playing some of the regular radio hits from the late '90s and stuff. So you're always learning new songs every week because
Yeah.
that Nickelback song ain't gonna play itself. So there's a lot of catering to stuff, but it was good to
Creed,
get out. and-
some Scott
Yeah.
Stapp.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man.
I was looking at Creed tickets today, by the way.
And is it with Scott Stapp or?
Yes, yes.
They're back in the
And,
actual original.
yeah.
one?
With Tremonti playing guitar
Right,
and everything.
Thank you. Yes, from Alter Bridge, guitar player from Alter Bridge.
Yeah. You mean the guitar player from Creed?
Yes, I do. Right.
Alter
yes.
Bridge is just Creed without Scott Stapp, right? More or less.
I
More or
don't know
less.
where they landed, but yeah.
Yeah.
So learning new songs, how is that for you guys? I mean, are you guys collaborating on that when you learn new songs, or when you're at home, or what? How does that
Yeah,
work?
I pick it up real quick. I got a process for it now. Yeah, and I didn't know I could learn lyrics. I never really had to sing much in a band. I did a few in that old band, but that was 25 years ago, whatever. But I never thought I could really learn lyrics and retain them, so I kind of got my process down for that. And I just try them out, see if they're going to fit. Start on guitar, learn them on guitar, then start learning lyrics. And if it's one of Carrie's songs, I got to see if it's in her range,
Yeah.
which I sometimes know better than she does. Not always. I can wear her
Yeah.
out. I can wear her out real fast.
Yeah.
I'm not careful.
I think you do a real good job. A lot of these pop punk songs are male singers.
Yeah.
And I think you do a really good job of bringing that across with your voice.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
I think I enjoy singing the male songs than I do the female songs sometimes. They're a
Okay.
little bit easier for me. but-
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the same way with the M80s, though, right? But I mean,
Yeah.
just a little more, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Brings a little different energy to it.
Yeah.
And,
Different
and
energy.
honestly, sometimes it's just necessity. You got to figure out which of the four of us can hit that thing and make it sound decent and not.
And the four of us includes Caleb
Yeah.
Blackshear on bass and Timothy Cole on drums. I mean,
Yeah.
There
Absolutely.
you go.
all of you can sing.
Yes.
How does it feel? I mean, I guess that's when you think about it. Like, I think most bands seem to be able to have everybody to some degree who can sing.
Right.
It's
yeah.
kind of a requirement, right?
Yeah.
To really do it well. It gives you more flexibility in what you do. And I don't know, it just rounds it out and sounds a whole lot better
Yes.
when you've got people that know how to do it.
You know, you were talking before we started recording about how you were trying to get somebody you were hanging out with is trying to get a bunch of 20-somethings to come to your show, and they didn't recognize any of the. That is bizarre to me. That I mean, I know you're always talking about how the young generation is totally out of. They're not into live music,
it's-
and and this like. how did they not know grunge? I mean, I guess
They actually knew it more as emo than anything, which we don't do a lot of emo. We do some, but it's more pop punk, alt rock. But they understood the emo more than they understood anything else.
Does that make you want to rethink your approach as to what this band is at all?
I mean, if that's really, I think there's enough party bands out there that kind of play the same stuff, and that was kind of the impetus behind this one. Is we're going to probably play some stuff that is a little weirder and a little out there, and nobody else is doing. Until it makes it impossible to book a show. And then we're like, okay. And we've dropped a few out and we've added a few back in and trying not to, I call it dumb it down too much, because then you're competing against every, every party band, every wedding band in town.
I guess 2 questions. What is your favorite? Carrie mentioned Celebrity Skin and Paranoid as 2 of her favorites she likes to sing in the show. What are your favorites to play or sing?
So there's so much great guitar stuff and all this stuff. That's what I really like. That's where the 90s and grunge stuff kind of killed me, because there's a lot of shoegazing and it just wasn't fun anymore after all the 80s hair metal stuff. But anyway, so I like Right Now, which is
Van Halen?
No. The band's falling off of my face right now.
That's what I had problems with. I couldn't remember who did it.
And then the My Chemical Romance, I'm Not Okay. That one's a lot of fun to sing and play.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
Are you going to do Black Parade at any point, or?
I
feels like that would be a hard one. There's something very, the way it's structured. I'm not a musician, but I could tell by listening to it that it's shifts.
It's hitting that piano note right at the beginning.
I don't think it's out of the realm to do it, but it is
commitment.
It moves quick, and and you got to have everybody there to get it tight.
Right.
It's a commitment to get it right, I think.
Right.
Yeah. That's what it kind of comes down to. With everybody else in other bands, Caleb's got his solo stuff and duo stuff with his wife and a trio that he does.
That. Yeah, I noticed that.
I mean, that guy does it for a living.
And then Mikey Needleman.
Mikey Needleman's band, he's in everything.
All right.
Timmy's got the Uproot, and he's got Coldwater. Carrie's got the M80. So getting people together to practice, we blasted all that out in probably the first 3 months before the show. And that was it. If we're going to learn anything else, it's like pick and choose, try to get people where you can. Caleb's great about picking things up quick. And Tim can come over on a night. He's literally Rain Man. He can hear a song a couple times, and he is knocking out every little beat. And
wow, nice.
Brian, you're a drummer. You get it. So
I take drum lessons.
Some of those are. Yeah.
I take drum lessons. I'm not a drummer.
Well, that's fine. I sing. I'm not a singer.
Oh, hey, is that you drumming? Right, was that you?
Yeah.
That's the first thing you learn.
Solo?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's it.
That's great.
I need one of those for the stage.
So, what was the? I think I was gonna have a follow up to what you like playing.
You were talking about the kids and the age groups kind of. Well, part of it's probably because we're not in the mix of all the places that people go, but kind of what we see between, the Power and Light parties and who's at the levee and where the people are when they're there. A lot of those kids go straight upstairs to the DJ or outside.
I don't get it. I'll own it. I'm old. I don't care.
But then every once in a while we run into places, like that anti-Valentine's Day show at the Record Bar, where we had over 100 strong. Came out on the front of the stage dancing all night long,
and they were they were young,
and they were they were mid-30s and under. So trying to dial in that audience and figure out what it is and
where
they are,
where they will go.
Exactly.
I get it. I don't get the. I mean, I get the. I get it. I don't want to disrespect, because I do know some DJs in town, and they've been cool to me when I've encountered them and talked to them. So I don't want to sound like I'm bad mouthing them, but I still. I don't know, maybe it's just something about the energy of a live band that resonates a lot more with me than a DJ on stage spinning something, which,
Right.
To each it's a different talent, right? It's a different skills, different kind of show. I couldn't do that legitimately. But that's another show. We'll talk about my ideas for that a different day.
Oh, no.
What?
Yeah, there are some
DJing?
ideas.
Is that what are you talking about? Your other show?
DJ Kitty Kitty Scratch Scratch needs to make his appearance one of these days.
He's got a name for it.
Oh, yeah. He's got it all
great.
worked
You probably
out
just thought
already.
of the
God.
name and everything's building out from the name.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't. The set list. I don't know
Oh,
if I can
well,
handle it.
it doesn't even matter about the set list. It's
No,
just everything
it's
going
just
on
the
around
show.
it.
Just the show.
Lasers. It's sound and laser lights.
It's,
Is
it's,
that
it's
it?
my normal thing. It's like, if I can't be great at something, I'm at least going to be entertaining doing
Corey
it. So.
Feldman of DJs.
Wow.
Just something made me think.
Just wait till I get that Jared Leto suit from that
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
show.
Okay, there you
It's game
go.
on.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite song then to play?
Yeah. So like I was saying, I like that right now that we do. I like the My Chemical Romance stuff. There's so many things with some cool solos and stuff in there.
Yeah.
So one of the more fun ones is really Simple Plan's Addicted.
Yeah.
That's our only kind of love song, and I get to sing it to her.
Nice.
Or let
I've
me
seen
play
Simple
guitar
Plan.
at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we get to sing that one together. It's kind of
Okay.
fun.
I get to call you a dick in that one. That's
Great. Oh, hey. Well, fight on stage. Isn't that a pop punk thing to do anyway?
Yeah. I mean,
You need an excuse to do that?
no.
No.
Hey.
It was right there. It was like
It was.
right up.
We are recording still, right?
Yes, the
red.
red light.
Yeah, no, one thing I like to do is tell you all the bad, because I'd take my daughter to Warped Tour. I'd been to Warped Tour like, 3 or 4 times.
Right on.
And so I'd seen all these bands that you guys play, and I'd love to come up and tell you how many, hey, I've seen Simple Plan. I've seen Newfound Glory twice, I think. It's great.
So I honestly missed out on a lot of those because at the time where those were going on and big news, I was working. I was doing the 40-hour plus a week, corporate deal and sitting around.
Right.
And it was usually started at 2 p.m. out at Sandstone or whatever, right? And all the best bands that I wanted to see that were new, I couldn't get to in time. And but the cool thing is, and part of why we started the new band with high school was, it's a resurgence. I've seen Sum 41 at Uptown in the last year, right?
Right.
We're going back soon in April or May,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, nice.
Newfound Glory was there. Gosh, who else have we caught over the last
Fall Out Boy. Well, they
It feels like-
Yeah, Fall Out Boy was
were
at the-
Sandstone.
Yeah.
It feels like Boulevardia would be a good place for you to go and see what's out there and what's going on and what people are into, don't you think? If you wanted,
Yeah, I
if you
think
wanted to
so.
get really, really current,
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing that they usually got some really good touring bands, some really good indie band kind of stuff going on. That I still haven't quite got into. My sister's been dragging me kicking and screaming into stuff like that for years and years, and I just never could find the hook that was my thing. Because I still like big guitars and loud stuff and jumping around off of stuff and all that.
I don't think we've seen the jumping around part.
Yeah, he doesn't
No,
get to
we
do
just-
it very much.
Can we,
We just
did I
gotta-
miss it at the record bar? Did
you'll
that
just have to
happen?
add a couple of fun songs. Fun, the band, not fun.
Yeah.
Fun period. Didn't their logo have a period at the end of
I
it?
believe it did. Yes. Yeah. That whole thing was kind of where I washed out and got to be the old man. It's like I kind of don't get this. It's like everybody in college in the dorm room is singing the same part together in this big giant choral, unison thing, and it's like, okay. And they're great songs and they're catchy songs, and I just missed the feeling. I didn't have it. But so I got to jump off. The reason I haven't is we don't have a riser up anymore
Well, we
for 10.
did.
We did at this corporate show at Knuckleheads that we played for Texas Roadhouse last week. And I remembered it near the end of the show. I was like, I need to be on that. And then off of that again as high as I can go. So,
So you played a corporate gig for Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Where was this located?
Knucklehead.
You
Yeah.
just probably said Knuckleheads.
yeah, they
didn't
rented
you?
out
I'm sorry.
Knuckleheads.
The garage.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Frank Hicks was nice enough to kind of broker a deal for us there and got us in. And
Great.
I was kind
And
of
that was high school, not in
Yeah.
the 80s. Oh.
Yeah.
we asked
Yeah.
twice whenever we got the email.
Yeah, you're
he,
like,
he
shit.
emailed me and he emailed me your band, and I had to ask him twice. I said, "Now, which band are you talking about? Are you sure you want High School
And he's
Never
like,
Ends?"
no, we want Carrie Lee. Can we have Carrie
yeah,
Lee?
yeah.
Yes.
He's not aware of that.
So how'd that go over, by the way?
It was phenomenal. They had the best crowd.
Great.
They had
Yeah,
tons
they
of stuff going on. Like what the scene was that night.
Oh well, they actually got started about 40 minutes late because they got stuck behind the train in their van or whatever their bus.
Oh my gosh!
But
They don't
yeah.
know the bridge.
The secret way.
The secret
Yeah,
way
they did
around.
not know.
I know 5 secret ways to
5?
get
I only
away.
know
No,
4.
Okay, wait, I know 1, 2.
I
There's
don't need to
2.
be knowing.
I made maps
your
for Friday.
secret ways.
Oh, yes.
Post
I
them
know
out there.
yeah.
3
yeah,
secret.
yeah.
I know
Saw that.
3
Thank you,
secret
yeah.
round ways to
Yeah.
get to
Yeah,
avoid.
good for you.
Yeah,
One
there's
of
always a
them
way
involves
around.
Logan's Run into
Yes.
at least one of them's Logan's Run. So.
Well, they actually put on an air band, I
Oh,
should
hey,
say,
fun.
contest before we even started.
Nice.
Which was kind of cool to see.
Well, it's like a talent show. They had different groups that got up and did different songs and
Yeah.
stuff, and then the air guitar thing.
Hey, that's
So-
a good corporate party right there.
Yeah, so they were already well on their way to having fun
Yeah.
before we showed up,
Yeah.
but they knew the songs.
They did.
They were it was
Yeah,
maybe 60
yeah.
people or something is all they had scheduled to be there, and they were again right up on the front singing along. Carrie's over there.
Great.
She's got the mic down, and they're word for word.
So it's a
you
good
know.
litmus test for you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
on that then.
Yeah, and that was again probably it was a bunch of managers and directors and stuff. I think, but
Yeah.
they were all kind of late 20s to mid 30s, maybe
Yeah.
just a few of them a little
Right,
bit older.
Just right. Just
Just
right.
right.
That seems to be
Yeah.
the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And you're like, why are these peanut shells on the floor? Afterwards?
Yeah,
You know,
throw me a roll.
Yeah. No. Sorry. That's cool. I wish I would have been at that. I volunteer for summer camp for handicapped kids. I have my own air band rather.
Nice.
Called the Airheads. And
Right.
So yeah, no. And we did just this last summer. We did Country Roads by Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. I love
nice.
Me
Nice.
First and the Gimme Gimmes. By the way, I'll listen to them all the time.
We will
They
overuse
are
them
fun.
Oh my gosh.
forever. So
And so that version of Country Roads is just fantastic, and the kids loved it. All the kids
Nice.
loved it. Yeah, yeah.
nice.
We have to do an interview with Shannon Gieber talking about his volunteering.
No.
You want
Exactly.
to pitch your
Too long.
volunteering organization? While we're,
Well, Camp Milton in DeSoto, Kansas is the one I do in June for the young kids that have neuromuscular challenges. And then in August, I do in Augusta, Kansas, I do one for young adults.
now, good for you. I knew
Adults,
you've
yeah.
done that. I know you've done that for a long time. So, figured that would
Too
be a
long.
good thing to
Yeah.
throw
No,
in while
I'm
we're.
still young, though. Keeps me young.
Yeah.
I need to get the guns like Bryan Gordon.
You got to start those. You got to start those way back in the day,
working
man.
on it. I'm trying.
At this point, it may take some steroids or something. You have to,
Could be, creatine,
whatever it
I
is.
got to do. Whatever I have to do, no problem.
It's all right. Like I said, if I can't be good, at least I can be pretty. If I can't be pretty, at least I can be loud.
Okay, there you go. Well, you're all of that. You guys are great. You're great. You're fantastic.
Thank
by the
you.
way, I was telling her about the Michael Jones birthday party where she grabbed the microphone when I was trying to start the mosh pit with you guys.
Oh yeah.
I have a photo of that.
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
where Brian is sort of.
Trying to.
I posted the photo. I'll find it real quick. But yeah,
I think it got captioned after.
Yes.
But
quickly.
she grabbed the microphone and started singing, and really everybody, it just registered with them that Carrie was singing, and it was great, and it just shows you what kind of voice you have.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of her, man. I couldn't do this if I didn't have her here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the reason I do it is because Bryan, because he kind of pushed me to it.
You gotta share that gift, man.
It's kind of like he pushed me
Yeah.
on stage with the zeros.
Yeah. No, that's great. Right. That's yeah.
that infamous moment. And did you have any idea at that point what it would lead to, though?
Oh, heck no.
Just
I
the
had no
randomness
idea.
of
That's something. The moments, you
Yeah.
know, the
No
moments.
idea.
Right. That's great. Well, Friday night then at Knuckleheads.
That's it.
You're behind Brian in this photo.
That's
I'll overlay the photo in the video.
Oh my God, that's great.
You're
Look at
behind.
that.
You're the one that you. I think that's
there's
your
me in a
arm.
space
Yeah.
camper.
Yeah, that's your arm hooked around Bryan. And
Yeah. No.
We're probably singing, but we all look like we're in distress. It's
pushing
either
and pulling.
a ride
Yeah.
or a song going on.
You know, that's
Who
where I
knows?
caught COVID, by the way. That's where I originally.
no.
The Ebola monkey was.
I'm glad
at
I
that
steered
party.
clear of that one.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
Are we ready to wrap? Is there anything more we want to touch base on?
You know, we
Well,
are.
I'm going to try to get this thing ripped out tomorrow,
Yes.
so in time for
Right.
your Friday show.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
we'll have it.
So this will be part of the big thing, and it shouldn't take me between this and I'll work on this before I resume the Duran video, because that's
some time out.
consumed me. I'm trying to do some.
No,
I'm trying to do some Duran-y effects with that video, but we'll see where that goes.
yeah.
No, hey, you know, we just throw this out there, and
We try to. The idea is that we put. I think this is why Shannon wanted to get this interview in, was so we could pitch that and sync with your
yes.
weekend.
That's
I love
awesome.
it. Appreciate
So,
that.
Yeah.
so just to
was
throw it in there, do you want to say what you're doing this week in both shows?
Sure. We are, the High School Never Ends will be at Knuckleheads on Friday. I believe we start at 8:30.
That would be Friday the.
Friday the
March 15th.
15th, yes.
15th.
March 15th. We start at 8:30. Tickets online. M80s will be at Barley's on Saturday.
With special
16th.
guest Bryan Gordon on
Yes.
guitar, as I
Exactly.
understand it.
That is correct.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Brian Rice
hey, yeah, I'm Shannon Gieber.
with Kansas City Nights, the podcast.
No, hey, thank you guys. You guys
Thank
are
you.
great.
Thanks
Thanks
for
to
having
Brian
us.
Lots.
Gordon.
Appreciate it.
Jumping in, and our main guest, Carrie Stock.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, I'm bad with names sometimes.
No,
Carrie,
you're
what's
great.
Carrie something? Okay. All right. Thank you
Oh, wait a
guys.
minute. Which one is it? That one. Yeah. Okay.
Good night, everybody.
We're done.
Good night.